have got to get away with saying he said one thing or two that I disagree with. No matter how I prioritize issues, that doesn't justify murder. That doesn't justify atrocities. It's not like he was leading a country. It's not like he had the levers directly of power. Yeah, he was very influential to some people in power. But he is not the root cause of the agony we feel in the United States now, from forever wars, from inflation, from debt. Yeah, he propagandized to his side, but so do basically everyone else of us that dip our toes in political waters like this. He happened to obtain prominence, but guess what? He had a family. He had young children, very young, that will not remember him, and that's the most sick thing to me. We have to get away with just, from this idea of just blaming an entire half of the American populace, or close to half, for the atrocities that individuals commit. This was a heinous act, and it was likely one shooter. Might have been more shooters, might have been a conspiracy, but this was not the left. We have to get away from the idea that this shooting was the left collectively doing the shooting, because guess what happens? Collective punishments through the iron fist of government as a response. That's my biggest fear. Again, right-wing reactionary totalitarianism following this. And guess what? I consider myself pretty right-wing. I'm a right-wing libertarian. But that's what I dread most of all. Learn the lessons from 9/11. After 9/11, we got into this fervor that it was the terrorists that caused all of these atrocities. And guess what happened? The iron hand of the government turned against us all in the form of the DHS, the TSA, ripping the Fourth Amendment to shreds. We got the Patriot Act. We got endless wars, a 20-year occupation of Afghanistan, 20-year occupation of Iraq, thousands of U.S. soldiers dead, the thousands that made it, many of them off themselves when they came back. We got horrific numbers of innocents dead in those conflicts, something like 1 million in Iraq. Something like 5 million in the entire war on terror, which still has lasting ramifications today. Those mistakes must be avoided. This was not the left that caused this murder, and we don't have all the information yet. We don't even know the proclivities of this person, the motivations. But if you're going to push government and propagandize this, use this as a catalyst to enact mass violence, I'm totally against it, and I hope others see that for what it is after living through 9/11, after living through the civil rights era. Many people watching this might have done that. When you make violence and political violence part of your MO, and the United States does, especially in the foreign policy arena, in terms of the drug war, etc., that violence will manifest at home. It happened during the Vietnam War too. It's likely that one person shouldered this rifle that killed Charlie Kirk. We cannot, as a society, blame a whole swath of the American political establishment or even political factions for doing that. I wouldn't even do that with the CIA. I do believe the CIA should be held accountable, should be abolished. Its figureheads should go down for high crimes. But that doesn't implicate everyone in every CIA disaster, even that works there. Same with the military. If you're part of the military, you don't deserve to die because the villains at the top sent you to a fruitless war with stupid objectives to enrich themselves and to deplete the wealth of the American public. Same thing there. So saying that the left shot Charlie Kirk is akin to saying like the entire right shot Martin Luther King. Conservatism killed Martin Luther King, and that serving as a propaganda tool to enact a left-wing totalitarian state in the United States. That's what we don't want. We have to get away from this. We don't have all the information about the shooter yet, but this was a tragedy that didn't have to happen, and that's true regardless of Charlie Kirk's and my differences, and there are some.